Hello and welcome to the channel. So nice to have you here with me today. So for today's reading, we'll be focusing on the first impressions that you give off, or what people's first impression is of you. So we have 3 groups today, each being represented by a card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So let's get into showing each group. So for group 1, we have this New Beginnings card. Take your time with choosing. The timestamps are in the description box for whenever you're ready to go on to your reading. Group 2, we have Going Forward. And last but never least, group 3, we have this Voyage card. So again, take your time with choosing. You could be drawn to more than one group, I feel, in this predicament, because there are probably many different ways of seeing you, especially through the lens of others. So yeah, do whatever feels right to you, and I'll see you in your groups. So bye for now. Hello, group 1. So nice to have you here with me today. For today's reading, we'll be looking into the first impressions of you. So we have these oracle cards here to get a peek into that, and then we're going to jump into the tarot. So let's see, starting out with these oracle cards, what people, think of you when they first see you around. So we have Winter, take care of your needs, reversed. The 5 of Cups reversed. Miracles. Do you believe in magic? Disseminating Moon, take time to breathe out. Super Moon, emotions are running high. Speaking of, it is a Pisces full moon right now as I'm filming, but self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Beautiful energy. Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. Period. Let me stop. And finally, we have card number 22, Yin Yang, or Yin Yang, whatever you would like to say. So, group 1, your energy gives me, I want to say counselor vibes, like very serene, very calm. I do feel people get the impression that there's someone that they can come to with their difficulties or with their emotional undercurrents. I feel like you give this vibe of you know how to handle difficult situations. And I know this is first impressions, but you could be the type of person where you could literally meet somebody and they tell you their whole life story on the spot. I feel like you have this welcoming energy, this open type of, it's like you have the ability to open people up in a way that maybe they were not expecting. And I think you highlight certain parts of people that maybe they're not caring for. Oopsies. And I don't think it's intentional. I think you can spot when there's certain, like through certain communication, or if someone says a certain thing, I feel like you can look at the deeper meaning of it, or you can see like Oh, well, that is showing some type of emotion that maybe they're not expressing right now, but I think you can pick up on people's sadness. I don't really want to say it like that, but I just feel like you're very in tune with um, people in general, and maybe even just yourself. And people can pick up on this energy that you're very in tune with yourself and you're just very calm. I feel a lot of serenity with you. And honestly, I know this may not be, people may not know this about you, but I get the vibe that you're someone who has overcome a lot of their own emotional um, difficulties. You know, you've faced a lot of difficult challenges and you've built a lot of resilience and you've really come to an understanding of yourself and what you need to feel secure and loved. And I think you're really someone who takes a lot of time to take care of themselves. Maybe not like you could do this, but maybe not like dressing up super fancy or, you know, doing your makeup every single day or wearing perfume or cologne that is, I don't know, you could do that. Like, I think I'm just more so thinking of the self-care that happens behind the scenes. Like, you do a lot of maybe some introspection, or maybe you're just able to really see how you're feeling and not try to place that on somebody else, if that makes sense. um so yeah, with this take care of your needs reversed, I do feel this open, caring energy. Like you're just open. I don't know how else I can say it. Like this full moon, it just makes people want to just come to you. Arms open. How many times can I say open? Take a shot for every time I say open. Let me chill. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I do feel like you have this balanced perspective that people really appreciate, and you come off as a very balanced, put together person. I do feel like you have this innate or inherent faith in the universe or just in things working out, and you kind of give that off. Like, if people come to you and they express, like, oh, well, this day is going so bad, you're probably gonna be like, oh, well, it's just one day. You know, tomorrow can bring you so many blessings, and just surrender to the things that you cannot change and only try to change the things that you can. Please excuse my words. Listen, Mercury just went retrograde yesterday and it's really bizarre that it is affecting me. So, yeah, we have good I feel like just good vibes is what I feel. Good vibes, very nurturing, caring, a good listener. I feel very in tune. It gives me just like watery. Like, you don't have to be a water sign, but it gives me water sign vibes like Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You don't have to be that, like I said. It just gives like chill. I don't, it's like, how can I really express it more than just very chill? Like, I just get that people think that you're chill and you're calm. I know I keep saying the same thing, but I think you're just a very comfortable energy. Now I'm getting Taurus vibes, but very comfortable, very safe. I feel people feel safe in your energy because they just feel like they can express themselves because you give them the space to do so. Maybe in a way that they're not used to. They're not used to being able to just express themselves with somebody who is truly listening to them and offering sound advice or sound perspective. I do feel like you're just a very it's making me think like when people talk to you or hang around you, it's like they feel like they're at the spa. It's like, wow, I can just relax. I can take off my mask. I can be myself without feeling like I'm judged. Like, what is this? You know? Um, Very nice. It helps people to feel like they can truly reveal a part of themselves that maybe has been hidden or hasn't been nurtured in the way that you offer that support. Very beautiful. I love that. I also feel like people perceive you as a very blessed and fortunate person. Um, very. I feel like your mindset is what helps you to feel and be a lot more lucky or feel a lot more blessed and fortunate. But I do think that people see that side of you and they're kind of like wondering, how did you get there? I feel like people look up to you in some way. But uh, definitely with the Five of Cups, for some of you, some people can recognize that you have overcome a lot, or you have or that you're maybe still overcoming certain emotional difficulties. Maybe you're a little closed off sometimes, or you can be between like being to yourself for a very long time and then coming out of your hibernation and talking to people. I feel like you go in between. Yeah, definitely with this yin yang. Yeah, you're out and you're in. It's like when you need your space, you definitely have to walk away. You're not as open. You're not as attentive to other people's needs because yours have to take precedence. Yours come first. Then when you have settled yourself, or you've settled your emotions, I feel like you're a lot more open. You're a lot more able to share this hope, this rejuvenation with other people. But I do see that you have to take some time out often, because I feel like I've been saying, you're a really open person. So I do feel when people are like have this open energy, they definitely have to take some time away from others. So I do feel like people recognize that although you are this friendly and sweet and kind person, you still have your boundaries, and you still are like, okay, now I need to go be by myself. Like you're not gonna you're not this person that's at every event or every function. It's like maybe once in a blue moon they'll see you. I kind of get hermit vibes. Like you're a lot to yourself for the most part, because you are trying to get yourself together, or you are trying to make sure that you're good and your emotions aren't being drained, or you're not giving too much, or you're not over extending yourself, because in your past maybe you have done that, but now I feel like you're kind of getting in the hang of things. Like you understand your ebbs and flows, that you know that you have to have some time to yourself, but you also know that you like to interact with other people. So I do feel that people see that. They're like, I don't want to say I feel like a detached, kind of like you kind of can detach from certain people and situations if need be, because you know that it's for your highest good. Like you're able to just sit back and be like, okay, like I just have to disconnect from the world right now. I have to disconnect from everything right now, really get myself together. Not to say like you're unstable or all over the place. I just feel like you are grounded enough to know when you need to take a step back and when you need to engage. So I feel like a very in tune person people pick up on, very mature. I definitely I think a lot of people come to you looking for answers in some way, or hoping that you will help them feel better with this Five of Cups reverse. Like you have the answers to healing sadness or healing something. Maybe you could be in the healing profession. You could be doing something that helps people. But yeah, I feel like you're a caretaker in some way. Definitely with this part over here. But I get a very nurturing, kind, very serene energy, very chill, very calm. I think that's what people feel with you. Very flowy. You just kind of go with the flow. You're not tripping. I feel like you're not gonna get too upset over minute things. It's like when things start getting too amped up, or when things start getting too flared, you're like, okay, everybody, let's take a step back. It's like you're not trying to have all this extra drama when it's unnecessary. And I think people see that, and it's like it's appreciated because some people live for the drama. So it's good to have somebody that is calm, very peaceful, very balanced. Okay, we love that. Like I said, people come to you and they feel like they're at the spa. I don't know, it's something, it's like relieving or rejuvenation. Like, But let's get into the tarot. I feel like I've extracted as much as I can from these cards. So let's get into more detail. Why don't we? We love the details. And look at that, the Eight of Pentacles with the Virgo card. That is all about the details. Okay, so let's get into those. So please, spirit guides, angels, what are the first impressions of group 1, please? What are the first impressions of group 1? Okay, so we're going to put these other cards down and we're going to look at what came out. So interesting. Yeah, I definitely feel like people feel an instant connection to you. They're like, wow, this person really understands what the heck I'm going through. Like I just feel like you're an understanding person. 1 second, I need to take a sip of water. Oh my gosh. Yeah, very understanding, and that's that water element. Also, Venus is very beautiful and serene. I feel like just beautiful energy you have, and I think people really connect with you because you are so accommodating and diplomatic, and I just feel like you can connect with anybody because you have this balanced sense of self. Also, with the Seven of Swords, so interesting. I was saying that people feel like they can take their mask off. You guys have some really good energy. Wow. Yeah, people feel like they can't hide when they talk to you. It's like anything that they're trying to hide, it eventually bubbles up to the surface. And I kind of want to switch these cards around. Listen, there's a method, okay, for me at least. Like, I have to align them the way that I feel. But yeah, I feel like you can pick up on certain communication styles that are, is it disingenuous or just not genuine? And yeah, dang, I just lost the message. But the first thing I was gonna say was oh my god, my mind is going blank all of a sudden. Why is that? Yeah, I think that's what happens to people. Like, their mind kind of goes blank because, I think for a lot of people, well, we all have a mask that we put on. And it's not facetious, or it's not like insidious. What are these words? It's not like ill-tempered or ill-intentioned. Gosh, like, am I going through the dictionary? But there's no ill intention with the mask that we put on. It's actually, a part of human nature. For some people, yeah, they can be slick and sly, but I do feel like you have this energy of like, well, who am I really? Like, people they don't feel the need to be something that they're not. It's not like you're testing them. It's like you're kind of just open and you're secure in yourself. And I feel like maybe you highlight other people's insecurities, or like you serve as a mirror for them of what they may be lacking. And listen, this is not your fault. Okay, so don't feel bad for that, because some people may react to you in a subconscious way, like they don't know it's like a Bible verse, forgive for they do not know how they are. I don't know, it's like, some people really just don't see that they're triggered. And I feel like you can trigger people sometimes because you do highlight this aspect of themselves that isn't really true. I feel like you get down to the depth of the matter. Like, you're very like connecting on a deep, meaningful. I think you care about meaningful connections, and people see that. Like, you're not a surface level type of person. That's what I feel with the Seven of Swords. Like, you're not about the, like, you can have small talk. I feel like, yeah, you can do that, but at a certain point it feels useless, or like it's not worth it. And I think people who can only keep up with that kind of have a hard time connecting with you, because it's like they're used to operating in this way. I also feel like people see you as a person that has a lot of inner strength and resilience. um yeah. Now, how they know this, I can't tell you. Maybe, yeah, if you work in the healing profession, or if you identify as a healer, or if you are able to really just be a solid rock for someone. I don't really want to reduce you to a rock, or just a solid presence for someone. I think they see you as that. Like, you help people to notice what insecurities are holding them back, or what hidden insecurities are keeping them stuck. It's like you have this regal essence. Like, you're just living your life out here, looking good, feeling good, smelling good. And I just think people see that. Like, you're very on your P's and Q's, if that makes sense. Um, like, I just feel like you're very put together. And some people can be a little intimidated by that. But I think you've worked hard to get to this point. Like, you've earned your confidence. This confidence did not come easily, okay? So I definitely feel like some people would want a masterclass of how you gained your confidence. But yeah, I think people see you as a very independent person. Like, you're open, very resourceful. I feel like people look at you as an abundant person as well, very blessed and fortunate. Like, you have a lot. Maybe they look at the relationship that you have, and maybe you're always with your partner, or you're always with someone, or people think that you're in a relationship all the time, or think that, wow, I could really be with this person. Like, they're really out here vibing. I want to vibe. You know, it's like you're the vibe and they want you, period. Oh my God, I'm getting separate messages now. Like, for some people, now listen, I'm not trying to be out here, you know, being dramatic, but this came to me. And for some people, they could, I'm not trying to be, oh my God, like, I don't even like saying things like this. Like, should I even? Doesn't matter. I mean, why not? I feel for some people who are in a relationship and they talk to you, with this Seven of Swords, it's like, you know, they want to start being sneaky. Like, maybe I could have this person too. Or maybe I should leave my person for this person. I don't condone that behavior. I actually think that's very unfortunate that people may think like that, but it's real out here. Like, people really do be out here, and I can't pretend like they don't. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're a person that people just want to connect with on a deep level, because you just have this depth to you, and people, it's like they see that in first impressions, and they know there's more to the story, and they want to keep reading your book. You know, they want to keep finding out about group one. How could they not? You know, you're a vibe, group one. I'm over here loving your energy. Like I said, I feel like I'm at the spa at this point. Like, over here just really out here. Over here just really out here. I'm telling you, Mercury is in retrograde. These words are not going to be wording. Like, these words are not going to be my friend today. But I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to put that energy out there. Let's just keep going, though. I feel very chatty. So definitely feel like people love talking to you, because I already love talking to you. Yeah. So can we keep going? What I'm gonna get two more cards. First impressions of group one. Oh my God. Yeah, like I said, very resilient. I feel like people look at you like you're a transformer. Like, I'm thinking of that movie Transformers. I mean, you're not a car, but it's like you, maybe from your past, like, you look totally different, or you're just a totally different person from your past. I feel like you're always elevating and upgrading. People see that. And I also feel like you have really good judgment. Like, you're very discerning. You don't let everybody in. And people see that. They're like, oh my gosh, like, how can I get closer to this person? Because they're very selective. I feel like you're a very selective person with the people that you're around, because you've experienced a lot and you're not trying to continue cycles that lead to nothing. I think you've learned your lessons from the past and you've risen above it, and now you're really shining out here and you're learning how to connect on a more deeper level. um so people see you as this person that has really overcome a lot and really just changed themselves. It's like some people can't even recognize you from your past because you really just, I feel like an upgrade, like a big glow up. I'm not trying to be cliche, but it's for real. Like, the cards don't lie. I don't know, like, I can't sugarcoat what I'm seeing. Um, yeah, I feel like you have a very intense presence as well. Very intense. People can spot you, and sometimes people don't want to talk to you because I don't, not in a, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm saying people don't want to talk to you because you're very perceptive, and I feel like people kind of feel naked around you. Like, not literally, but it's like you strip a, it's like you can see past the facade, and that makes people uncomfortable. And it's not your fault. Like I said, that's probably the best to, like, keep those people away from you. I don't even think you want that. So you're probably over there like, thank you, I'm glad. Stay the fuck away from me. Let me chill. So let's get one more, please. Here. In Page of Pentacles, reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. The thing that came to my head was work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. So I definitely feel with this Page of Pentacles reverse and the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, yeah, there's a good balance between you working and playing. I feel like there's a side of you that people may not get to see a lot. I feel like, is this getting past first impressions? Is it? I don't know. I mean, I'm asking about first impressions, but I think people see you as this person who is very dedicated and focused and driven, and is able to really reap the reward from their work. But I also feel like you have this playful side of you that's like sarcastic, and I kind of get like a little bit of dry humor. Like, it's kind of making me think of like earth sign or Capricornian humor. Like, I don't know, I can't really give, I just get sarcasm, like sardonic sardonic phrases, or just, yeah, sarcastic. People see you as sarcastic, like a good sarcastic though, not like a condescending, but like funny. Yeah, but I also see that you really do focus on your work, and people recognize that about you. Like, you are out here doing big things, I feel, and people see that about you. So, okay, group one, out here stunting, out here doing their thing. We love it. So, can we get anything else for group one? Oh my gosh, never. Like, how did that, it's not even that serious. Let me chill. Yeah. So let's see. Anything else, please? First impressions of group one. First impressions. Mars in Scorpio. See, Scorpio's traditional ruler is Mars, and you know that's what I'm getting. Like, you're very. People spot you. They see you. I feel like you're a very strong presence. Very perceptive. I think like you see beyond the mat. How many times can I say that? But with this Scorpio card, I just feel like you see the undercurrents, like you see what's really going on, and for some people that's uncomfortable, but I think you just really leave a mark on people. Like, you're very intense, an intense presence for sure. Can we get more? Seventh house. Yeah, I'm seeing like people really want to get into a relationship with you, or you're like relationship material. Also feel like you're able to really connect with people in a very deep and meaningful way. People just really love to connect with you, and they see you as a potential partner, or they see you as someone that they will want in their life long term. Can we get more? Pisces. I was saying I felt that water energy. And Pisces is definitely that, very serene, very introspective, very calm, very loving and open. And that's why I feel like you do have to take time out to yourself to really center and come back to yourself, so you're not overly giving to other people or over extending yourself. And I do feel like you're a very go with the flow person. People feel that about you. You're not too you don't have a stick up your let me chill. It's like you're just chill, like very calm. Oh my god, like be my friend. Can we get more, please? Okay, that's all I'm getting, y'all, because what? But I do feel like you're a very stable and grounded person. I get like earth and water vibes. Like I get more yin than yang. Like very receptive and open. But I also feel like you take action towards your goals. So I do feel like there's that balanced dynamic there. But you just feel very stable, very secure, very loyal. People pick up on that, y'all. Like, that's why they want you. They're like, oh, this person is a catch. For sure that. Okay. So we have Leo. Here we go with that confidence. They see you as very confident. Okay. And it could be like a quiet confidence. Like, you don't have to be out here the loudest person in the room. You're just a very low key. Like, you're sure about yourself and you're good. Venus, very beautiful, very aesthetically pleasing, very handsome, whatever, you prefer, whatever adjective. Just know that you look good, you smell good, and you give good vibes. Very diplomatic and accommodating. I feel really able to connect with people in a harmonious way, very balanced and harmonious, I feel. And the moon and Pluto, like I said, perceptive and deep and intense. You can really tap into those emotions that people may not be super open with other people about. And I think you just evoke that out of people. Like, it's not intentional. Literally, your presence does it. People feel like you're very in tune with your emotions as well. Very beautiful energy, group one. I love it. Thank y'all. Great. Oh my gosh. What else can I say? I think I've really covered the ground at this point. If I keep going, I'll be repeating myself. So that is what I have to say to you, group one. These are your first impressions that people will get of you. Greatness, I feel. I love it. Good vibes. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Very immaculate. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Let me know in the comments how it resonated, and I shall be moving on to the next group. So thank you for your presence again. Leave it a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Welcome, group two. I had 4 fingers up, but I mean group two. This will be your reading for the first impressions you give off. So let's jump into these oracle cards to get a general sense of what they may be. Then we're going to get some tarot cards and see some details. So let's jump in. So your first card is Shaman, Trust in Higher Forces. Okay. The 4 of Swords. The Thinking Woman, card number 47. You don't have to be a woman, by the way, okay? Simplicity, all the feathers. Immediately I'm picking up on that. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. Karma, there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. And expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Okay, So how am I going to set up these cards? Alexa, I see. So, group 2, I immediately get this nonchalant type of energy. Like you're just minding your business, very focused on self, very self-determined, and very action-based, I feel. I get a bit of an old soul, low-key. I'm sure that gets played out. Maybe you're tired of hearing it, but I feel this deep internal wisdom of you just knowing that things are going to be as they are, and you're just really out here floating through life like a feather, is what I feel. That's the first impression. Now, that may be different from your own narrative of yourself, but from the cards and what I'm getting and how people view you based on first impressions, I do get the sense that they look at you and they're like, this person is really not worried about anything. It's like stress-free. And I'm sure we all have stress about certain things in life, but I feel that you're a type of person who's just very low-key, very, well, let me not say low-key. I'll just say, at peace with life. I feel people look at you and they're like, this person has some type of answer that I don't have. Like, why are they so calm right now? Why does it look so easy for them? Like, why is it so simple for them? I feel like you have this idea that, two things with this. People look at you and think that you kind of already know, like you're put together, you already know what you want from life, and I just get a very well put together person in my mind of what people see you as. But I also feel that when people come across you, it's almost like this have I met you before type of occurrence. Like they feel like they know you from somewhere, or maybe you come into contact with a lot of people that you have karmic relationships with, or if you believe in past lives, you interact with a lot of people from your past life. But if you don't, I just feel like people have this resonating type of, it's like a resonance with you. Like something just feels like it clicks, like you guys were supposed to meet each other. It feels very destined. You could be very spiritual, or you could be a philosopher, or really enjoy philosophy, or I feel like you are a very contemplative person. Like you think a lot and you like to search for the deeper meanings of things. And I feel like you have this balance between being logical and looking at things from a practical sense, but also having this metaphysical interest, or having this interest in things that cannot be seen, or you have interest in different religions or different topics that fall under metaphysics, like astrology or tarot, obviously, or there's other metaphysics or metacism. I don't know, I'm not gonna get into that, but I feel like you have this innate knowledge in general. You don't have to be interested in that stuff, but I feel like there's just a lot of knowledge. You feel very smart. Not you feel very smart, but I feel that people look at you like you're very intelligent. You could be a teacher of some kind with expansiveness, an expansive viewpoint and an expansive perspective, and you share that with others and help them to grow in some way. But I feel like you're just a person who is constantly expanding their knowledge, very knowledgeable. And yeah, you could be a writer or enjoy writing, or I feel like a lot of mental. Like people look at you, they're like, this person, yeah, I can go to them for the answers to my homework. Or I don't know, it feels like you have answers that people want in some way. I don't know what that may be. Maybe your interactions with people are with students, or you're like the teacher or the parent figure in your friend group, or I don't know, you just have this dynamic to you that people look to you for answers. And I keep saying the same thing, but that's what I'm getting. you know? So that's very interesting, very intelligent. If I could describe group 2 in one word, I feel like people would title you as intelligent, very wise, very wise. And the feather imagery, maybe something about feathers with you, thinking of a peacock, like maybe you stand out from the crowd because you are deeply contemplative or deeply, it's like you look for the deeper meaning, is what I feel. Maybe you could be into more historical text, or looking more into how things began, or like, why is that? Like a lot of why questions you may ask. But at the core, I feel sometimes people, there's a complexity with you, group 2. And I think that's the first impression too, is people look at you on the surface and they're like, that's not, there's more to this person than I could ever know. And I feel that for you. It's like people know there's a lot more to you, and you could be quite quiet if you don't feel that people aren't going to be as exploratory or as open to have certain communications. I feel like you rather just be to yourself a little bit, or so interesting. Like, it's like you have this maybe a simple aesthetic, or you have a simple look. Not to say that's bad. I feel like you just have it's not like super extravagant. Like, people may look at you as like just a regular person sometimes until they talk to you. And they're like, whoa, I was not expecting all of this from this person. Or maybe sometimes they can get distracted by your looks and kind of misjudge you as something before they really get to talk to you and see just how much you know. And who cuts their grass at 6:15 p.m.? Some people, they might have just gotten off work, but living in an apartment complex, I would, what? Hold on. This reading is not about my grievances. So we're going to move on. Okay, we're going to move on. But I would love to have a conversation with you, group 2. You seem to know a lot of information. You're like the type of person that has random facts just on the tip of their tongue. You just so interesting. I feel that. So lovely. I also feel like you're a go-getter. Like, once you have your mind set on something, it's like, you take your time contemplating the steps to get there, and you try to develop a simple plan. Like, I feel like people come to you for, like, simplicity. Is of course the card's right here, but you just feel like a very, here we go. It's like a duality. Like, your mind is extremely complex, but you have this ability to turn complex topics or turn complex situations into things that people can understand in a more cohesive and coherent way. Yeah, it's like you have the skill to condense information into digestible content. Like, you have that ability to make hard things seem easy. Yeah. Period, group 2. That's why I feel like you could be a teacher, because you have this ability to do this thing of making hard things look easy. Or maybe you're just out here making life look easy, even though you're very determined and you put in a lot of effort to have what you do. But I do feel like, people just look at you, they're like, wow. What can I say? Wow. So we're gonna move on to the tarot now, so that we can get a little bit more about you, group 2. First impressions of group 2, please, Spirit. First impressions. Okay. Knight of Wands, Page of Cups. Oh, that's some interesting energy. very creative and imaginative as well. Maybe that's why people look at you and they're like, this person has a lot more to them than they show. I feel you're very interested in creative pursuits or knowledge or information. This Knight of Wands, maybe you're a fast talker, or you talk really fast, or you're always on the move. But I feel very creative energy that people get from you. Maybe like a childlike innocence that you have, or just this bright-eyed type of wonder for the world and curiosity. That's what it is. I feel like you have a curiosity for things in life, and people look at you and they're like, this person is extremely curious, but it's making me curious, and now I want to know more. You know, can we get more, please? Yeah, see, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, which makes me again think that you're in a profession where you're giving things to people, sales or teaching. I feel like it's more so things of value, like you're giving information, and this is more so of freely giving information. It's not like sales where you have to try to convince people to buy it, but I feel like you're giving people things. I want to say practical things because it's a Pentacles card, but I feel like you're a giver of knowledge. People look at you as very generous as well, very open, and not a gatekeeper. Not a gatekeeper of what you have. I feel like you're very open to share your secrets of how you make life look easy. I also just feel like you're a very caring person, like very generous, very open, very comforting as well. I feel with that energy. Very balanced too. It's giving that duality between simplicity and complexity for you to yes, there we go. Oh wow, I was just talking about curiosity. That's the Page of Swords. Very curious, very sharp tongue, very witty. You know, I feel like certain people, like, you're probably not for everybody in group 2, and I think you're okay with that. I feel like you're the type of person who's okay with not being for everybody, because the people who do get to experience you, I feel like their world is expanded in ways they never thought that it could be. And for some people, when they want to stay confined to a certain way of living, you know, they're not going to be open to your expansive energy. Your energy definitely feels very expansive, very open to looking at the parts of life that just are not so pretty to look at. I feel like you want to look at all parts of life, not just those that make us happy, but maybe trying to come up with new ways of giving to the world, or new ways of making the world a better place. I feel like sometimes you can be focused on injustices in life, or looking for what justice even means, or I don't know. I feel like there's very deep philosophical energy with group 2. So that's really interesting. A lot of depth of knowledge and very keen awareness. I feel like nothing really escapes your eye. And sometimes people can feel like, you know, this person really just has a lot to say, and I don't know if I'm ready to hear some of those things because they may trigger me, and I don't want to be triggered. You know, some people might feel like a little bit intimidated to talk to you, because look, who wouldn't be intimidated by someone holding a sword? Wow, and look at that. Yeah, I feel like you stand out, group 2. You definitely stand out from the crowd in some way. Yeah, a lot of people aren't used to certain communication styles that you may present, or, you know, you're just your collectible item. Whoa, not an item. Let me backtrack. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like a collectible how can I explain this? I'm not objectifying human beings. I'm saying that in the sense that people collect items because they have a lot of value to them, people, it's like you're one of those things, or you're a type of person that is very valuable and rare. I want to say quite rare. And it's like you have this dreamy energy, and I think that throws people off and makes people kind of think that you don't really, it's like you don't draw too much attention to you in some ways. Yeah, it's very complex, of course, with the Aquarius energy. It's like the sign of Aquarius is a complex sign, and I feel that it's like you're like a humanitarian. You love interacting with others, but at the same time, you have this part of you that is very introspective, very contemplative, and very focused on their internal world and focused on their own ideals and ideas for what life is and could and should be. That makes sense. I feel like if I'm talking to you, group 2, you kind of know what I'm talking about, hopefully. But yeah, I feel like there's a part of you that's extremely soft. Maybe not everybody gets to see that, but I don't know. It's like this dreamy energy with you, group 2. So interesting. It's Knight of Wands. Maybe quite adventurous, sometimes impulsive. People might view you as, but I get more of the adventurous. Maybe you say things sometimes that are maybe more impulsive, but I think it's just what you might say is unexpected by the people that you're talking to. So that's interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to get some of these zodiac cards that I made, or astrology cards, whatever, and see if we can get any more information about you, group 2. I do feel that there is a part of you that people see that is very open, but still contemplative. I get just contemplation for you, group 2. So can we get more? Of course, Piscean energy, that imaginative, it's mutable. It's like imaginative, creative, watery and soft, I feel, as well, but still open and nurturing and caring. So interesting. With that Pisces energy, it also is introspective, sometimes withdrawn from people. Okay. Second house. Okay. I was talking about you're like a value. You're of value. And second house talks about values, and what people value. And I feel like you're a very valuable person, and people pick up on that when they speak with you or when they interact with you, just how valuable it would be to have you in their life. So we love that. And I also feel like you bring a lot of insight, a lot of passion, a lot of exploration, whether that be externally, like you like to go places, or internally, like you like to explore your own internal world. You invite other people to explore themselves in a way. So can we get more for group 2? That is all I'm gonna do. Okay, we have Leo, Pluto, 7th house. Yeah, it's like you stand out, is what I feel with this Leo card. And it's right in the middle, of course. Yeah, I do feel like you stand out, and you bring a lot of attention to you. And with this Pluto card, it makes me think of a quite powerful energy, but still low-key, as we know that Pluto is the farthest planet out, yet it receives so much attention sometimes now. It did at one point. However, with this being in your reading, I do feel it's like this very commanding presence, or you just like to dig deeper, like look beneath the surface. And I feel people feel that a very penetrative energy of wanting to look beneath the surface, like a search for wisdom, a search for truth is what I feel. And with the seventh house, I do feel that people would like to make you a significant person in their life, or maybe you're seen a lot with a specific person or a business partner or a certain person, like I said already. But I also get the sense that you could be very balanced in your viewpoints, or you try to remain as balanced as possible. People see that, and that attracts like-minded individuals to you. But also, I just feel like people want to be closer to you than maybe they are. So very interesting, group 2. And that is all I have for you for this first impressions meeting reading. So if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below. Leave it a like and subscribe for more content. But thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards for you. Your energy is really interesting. I do feel that there's still a level of complexity behind you, but this is first impressions. So, maybe I'll have to do a future reading asking, who are you beneath the surface? But we'll get there. Okay. Until then, group 2, thank you. It's been a pleasure. And I'll talk to you another time. So, bye, group 2. Welcome, group 3. So nice to have you here with me today. So, for the first part of this reading, we're going to look at the oracle cards to see a general overview of the first impressions that you give off. Then we're going to move into the tarot. So let's jump in and get started. So for your first impressions, we have the card of flexibility, the Queen of Cups, focus, strategy, card number 21, strategy, Shield Maiden, make plans and focus, and Gibbous Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. So, group 3, I feel a very fierce, goal-oriented person. I feel the first impression that you give off is one of power. It's like with these two felines here, I think it's the cheetah and the tiger. Listen, it's like, I do feel like there's a side of you that is fiery, feisty, or just very assertive. Like, you know what you want, and you're gonna plan those steps to get there. I do feel there's this intuitive side to you where not only do you make the plan or put in the steps or to try to come up with a strategy to achieve your goals, I feel that there is a part of you that is kind of leading you towards certain goals. I feel very like passionate energy with you, group 3, and you're a force to be reckoned with. I do feel that you've overcome a lot of challenges, and people kind of see you as this dynamic person who I feel can really succeed in any type of career or really any task that you're given. I feel that you're able to, uncover some type of skill to accomplish or to achieve whatever the goal is. I just feel a accomplished energy, um, or you're just very protective of yourself as well. Yes, I do feel that. Very protective, assertive. I do feel like feline. I don't know. I keep saying like the cheetah, the tiger. I'm even getting lion. It's making me think of Leo, of just standing firm in what you believe, who you are, and only really doing things that your heart calls for you to do. I don't see you being the type of person who doesn't want to do something, but you just give in to please the crowd. I feel like you're a person who is firm on their boundaries, who, for some people could maybe consider you a little selfish sometimes, but I feel, that's, it depends if you think that that's true or not, but I think it's more so you knowing your limits, or you knowing like there's a certain point to where you do have to compromise, and when compromising is only hurting yourself. And I feel like you make sure that you're not hurting yourself, trying to appease other people. I don't really get people pleaser energy from you. I definitely feel like you're strong on your own, you're flexible. I'm just picking up the cards, but I do feel that with this flexibility card, it's almost like you have gone through some trials and tribulations in life that has helped you to become more aware of certain people or certain situations that don't feel right to you. And I feel like you've learned yourself through what you've gone through. First impressions now. I feel people could probably pick up on this energy that you have gone through a lot, and you're now just focused on building a firm foundation for yourself or achieving a certain goal that you're wanting. Maybe people see you as this person on a journey towards a certain goal, whether that's um, building a community or achieving a certain position in life. I don't know. I feel like people look at you as like you're aspiring to be something, or you're a type of person they would go to help them get their own life together. Like you have a lot of sound advice, I feel, because you are so structured, or people view you as a very structured person. I do feel like you're very good with organization and getting things in order. And I just feel like people look at you as a type of leader in some way. Like you know how to rally the efforts to achieve a goal. I know I keep saying achieve a goal, but I don't know. I feel like you have this maybe a quiet determination as well with the feline energy. Like if you think of a cat, they're very quiet. They're very sneaky even, So I do feel like you work behind the scenes, or you are more so behind the scenes with what you do. And in these cards, you're by yourself. I feel like you're on this journey on your own, or you may feel like you're on a journey on your own, or maybe you're just a person who does prefer their space. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't interact with others or that you don't enjoy certain interactions with others, but I do feel like you're more of a protect my peace type of person. Like, I need to ensure that I'm not getting disrupted by others, or other people aren't throwing me off. Because I do feel that there is a part of you that is more susceptible to I just feel like there's a lot of depth in feeling. Like you do have some really deep feelings behind this surface, and you're a protector of yourself. It's like you have this, I don't want to call it a wall, but as you can see, it's like you have the shield. Like you're not letting anybody hurt you. And I feel that. I feel like people see that you have strong boundaries. Is what I do feel. And it's for good reason, obviously. But I also wanted to talk about your outfits for these cards. It made me think like you have a good fashion sense. So people really like how you dress or your aesthetics. Maybe you could wear a lot of blue or yellow. Or a certain type of print that you may really like to wear. I personally love cheetah print, but yeah, I can see that going on. Also, your accessories or how you accessorize certain outfits. I just feel like people look at you in your fashion and really like looking how well put together you are. So, yeah, first impressions based on these oracle cards. Definitely a go getter, very focused on achieving your goals. People look at you as very structured and orderly, knowing how to put your plans in place, or you're a good planner. They do sense that you have strong boundaries and that you are going to defend yourself if push comes to shove. Like, I feel like you're gonna be ready. Like, you're gonna protect yourself. I feel people pick up on this protective energy. And I feel like not only are you protective of yourself, but you're also protective of the people that you love. And you're always defending the people that you love, specifically family, or people that you regard as family or consider family. And also your fashion sense. People pick up on how much of a stylist you are, you know. But overall, you seem like a very successful person, and people pick up on that. Like, you're destined for greatness. You just have that spirit about you. Definitely someone that stands out, because these two animals, I feel like they stand out and they're kind of hunted. So that's why I feel like you're protective of yourself, because there are people who love you, but there's also people who might want to not aid in your success. I don't want to say tear you down, but you just got to be protected, and I feel that. I feel that. So so interesting. You're trying to stay away from the haters and keep the love in. We love that. So let's see some more about these first impressions. Let's get a little bit more detailed, please, Spirit. So can we get more about the first impressions of group 3, please? First impressions of group 3. Self-determined is what I hear. Like, you're self-determined, and it's like you're aspiring to this certain level of life, or you have this goal in mind of where you want to be. And for some, I do feel that they look at you like maybe kind of gives me like out of this world, or just like a more dreamy energy. Or let me get more cards. I just feel like you're very determined on focusing on how you can make yourself feel better, or how you can just get to where you're trying to go with that star reverse. Interesting. Oh, wow. Very creative as well. I do feel like this ties in with the Queen of Cups. Like, although you are very protective of yourself and you do have strong boundaries, I do feel that you still share a lot of love with others. And people can pick up on just how much love you do have to give. And I think, sometimes they can see behind that protective layer that you're only doing that because you are so loving, or you do have so much to give, and you're not wanting to overgive or overshare parts of you. Maybe some people can pick up on the fact that you are healing from something, or that you are overcoming a certain area of your life. But to me, when I bring up things like that, that feels beyond first impressions. Like, how can someone see that? Like, I don't know, maybe they can, but I think I'm just picking up on the energy that you could be healing from something, and that's why you're very focused on yourself right now. That's why you're so protective of your energy and of your resources, because you are kind of going through this inner journey, or going through this journey of getting to a certain level in life. Yeah, with this King of Pentacles. I definitely feel like there's a lot of background work and contemplation. So maybe you aren't around a lot of people right now. Maybe you are. Who knows? But I do feel a more introspective or so interesting. I feel like some of these groups are tied into each other, but yeah, I feel like you're just kind of on this road to success, but very creative. Kind of went in a little tangent with that one. I was just talking about healing from something. And with the Ten of Swords, that is recovery, that is overcoming challenges, and I do feel that like you're focused on recovering or focusing on overcoming certain internal battles, or just I feel a very self-directed or just self. I keep bringing up the self, and this is the sun. I wanted to say the deacon, but I'm not too sure if that's what deacon it is, but it's an astrology thing. But anyway, this is more of a ego focused card, and I feel like you're in the process of maybe building up a healthy ego, really trying to sort through who you are and what you really want from life. But no matter what, I do see you as a very powerful person who really stands out, especially with the star card. I do feel like you stand out, and I love that. Like all the groups that I've had have well, not whatever. I'm not gonna talk about other groups. Let's keep going. Group 3. So interesting. So interesting. Your group 3. I feel like people see you as a person who has a lot of opportunities, or who has opportunities just handed to them. Now, this is first impressions, okay? So don't take this as like this is truth. This is just what people see. So maybe some people feel like, you know, life is easy for you. Or that you don't really have to work hard for things, or that things may come easily to you. Yeah, it's like, why is life so hard for them? That's interesting. It made me think of this Drake lyric. It's like, jealousy in the air tonight, I can tell. I don't really understand, never, oh well. For real. So there could be some people who do have who could be jealous of you. You know, it's real out here. I can't hide the fact that there are people who could be envious. But I feel like you do put in the work where it's due. But I guess some people just feel like you have life easy. 6 of Cups reverse. And the sun, there we go. Like, you stand out, and that's that Leo energy. Like, you're just living your life, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden. I feel like you're very focused on succeeding and getting back to your own happy place. And for some of you, these first impressions, like, are they really first impressions, or are these like opinions from people that you know? The question was first impressions. So the 6 of Cups reverse makes me think of like maybe some people, when they first meet you, they know you because of a friend that you might have, or because of a certain relationship that you were in. So right off the bat, they kind of associate you with certain people or certain situations that they've maybe heard about. Not to say that that's bad. I just feel like maybe you could have a lot of associates, or people could just see you. I don't know how they see you though, like maybe social media. Yeah, I feel like sometimes people already have a preconceived notion about who you are. maybe like a bit of a projection. Like they see what they want to see in you. Um, yeah, that's what I kind of get. But no matter what, I do feel like you light up a room. Like people see you when you walk in, and it's kind of hard to miss you, is what I get. But with this Six of Cups, it just keeps drawing me back. Like maybe you're very sentimental. Um, it's making me think of another song by Billie Eilish. It's called Billy Bossa Nova, but it's at the end of it. It's like, I'm not sentimental. Excuse my voice, but it's like maybe you try to put on this front that you're not soft or that you're not. Um, I get like a hard body, soft core. So it makes me think of like the sign of Cancer. Like, you know, the crab is, it's like, it's a hard shell, but on the inside it's super soft. So that's what I get from you. It's like people notice like this, there is something beneath the surface. But I do feel like you're just very protective of this inner child, but I feel like you're a very, there's a level of innocence to you that's beneath the surface. And I just feel like you have this guard up to protect yourself. Very self-protective, I feel. Maybe even a little bit defensive, and you have a certain communication style that can cut deep with this Ten of Swords here. And you know, I do get a little bit of an advice message for you, Group 3, that if you do feel compelled to say things that are not the nicest, think about what you would want to hear, you know, and try to give love in instead of hate, or instead of saying things that you know will hurt the other person, just to try to you know, being a little bit more compassionate towards others is what I feel. So yeah, because I do feel like, you know, with this Gemini here, it's like there's a quick mind. You're able to just really very protective. Like I said, it's like you're ready. You're ready for whatever life throws at you, especially whatever what it's like you want to respond to the people who maybe aren't as happy for you in life. But we're not going to focus on that. Yeah, your group is really interesting. Group 3. Yeah, I just feel like there's some people who love you, and there's some people who don't like you very much. That's okay though. It just feels so hard to tell the truth. But that's just what I see in the cards. Like there are people who love you, and there's other people who maybe just look at you and they're like a little bit of just a misunderstanding of who you really are. Like they don't fully see you for you, and maybe they get caught up with how you portray yourself, and they don't get to see the real you, so they make up assumptions about who you are. Yeah, so wow. Let's get some more. Let's get a little bit more with you, Group 3. Why do I want to say it? It's like for some of you there could be an old friendship that, I don't know, it just seems we're not gonna, this is about first impressions. Like the cards are distracting me though. Like, are you a I just feel like you pull a lot of attention, and for some people they don't like that. And maybe a lot of friendships may have ended, and some people regret certain betrayals that happened to you. Like, what is this reading turning into? I don't know. But I feel like some people do have regret about letting you go, or have regret about losing you, because now they're seeing how much value and how much love you did bring to the situation, or to them in general. So interesting. I see why you're protecting yourself, because even in your reading, we have other energies infiltrating the reading about first impressions, coming to tell you that, oh my gosh, like, how could I have ever let you go? But it's like, if they're not saying this in person, like, their energy, yeah, they could feel that. But if they don't speak on it, like, bye. Seriously. Like, step up or step down. Obviously, they're stepping down. So don't worry about these people. I do feel that you just have a lot of success brewing for you, and you're taking the necessary actions to make sure that you're getting there. But don't be distracted by the people who fumbled the opportunity to be around you. And now you might feel like you have to go at things alone because of certain past occurrences with others. I feel a lot better after saying all of that, because there was something going on with these cards. I was like, this is about first impressions, but this definitely feels a little bit deeper than some first impressions. And I can have an idea for a reading all day long, but the messages come through and I just have to say them. And if I don't, it's kind of hard to continue on with the reading. But anyway, let's get some more of these cards. So, first impressions, please, Spirit. Can we leave it at first impressions? Scorpio, that's really interesting. Yeah. There we go with that. It's giving more watery energy. You don't have to be a Scorpio, but I do feel like you have this very intense presence about you, and intimidating. Yeah, definitely. People could feel a little bit intimidated. Why did revenge come to my head? Like, maybe sometimes you do want revenge, or you are a type of person who you might say, like, if someone does me wrong, then they should expect it back. I don't know. So interesting with this Scorpio here. Not saying that I agree with that mentality, because I feel like, leave it up to the divine to justify certain situations, but all situations. But anyway, with the Scorpio card, I do feel like you're a very transformative person. Maybe there's a sense of mystery about you. Like, who is this person really? Maybe you're not a person that allows others to get super close to them super fast. I do feel like this this wait and see type of energy. Like, you kind of observe before you engage. Yeah. Need more. We have Taurus. Oh, wow. These two signs oppose each other. So I do feel there is that side of you, but I also feel like you're very grounded and practical and focused on building your own value. Like, you're very focused on values. I also feel like people look at you as more of a person who loves luxurious things, or you just like things that have value. Maybe you value money, or you're driven by a sense of material possessions, which is not a bad thing as long as you don't become greedy. But I feel like it's good to want more in life. So I feel like you're a type of person that knows that there's more out there, and you have a vision for what you want, and you take these steps to actualize that vision and manifest it into your reality. So that's nice. More. I do feel like that practical, stubborn energy, though. Like, you could be very stubborn in your views sometimes, or if you have an idea of what something is, like, it's not super easy to change your mind or convince you of something else. So, okay. Sorry, y'all. We get more. The cards don't have to be perfect, Alexa. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, we have Mars, and Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio, so I do feel that maybe you do have a way with words. Not a way with words like charismatic. I'm sure maybe if you tried hard enough, you could be. But what I'm picking up on is people just feel like sometimes what you say can be a little harsh, or you can just say things that kind of cut deep. Like, wow, this person really just said that, is what I feel. Like, there's kind of no filter sometimes. Very protective of yourself, for sure. And with this eighth house, it makes me kind of want to say, like, are you hiding something? I don't know. I'm not trying to. Like, are you hiding certain parts of your personality from other people in fear of them not accepting you? It's so interesting. No matter what, I just feel like you're super protective of yourself. That's what I immediately get, and very focused on your career and your reputation. And that's probably why I feel like there is this part of me that's asking, like, are you hiding something? Because there is a lot of focus on how you come off to people, or you're very conscious of your image. And I feel like if anybody tries to kind of mess with that, I think you get very defensive. And that's probably why you're so private in life, and people are trying to figure out, like, what are they doing? Like, what's really going on? I do feel a lot of privacy on your private life, but you do come off as a very assertive, determined, successful person in life in general. But I do feel like there's a side to you that people do not get to see at all. I wonder why that is. Maybe there is some trust issues with you, group 3. So interesting. But I do think people, first impressions, maybe know you from your career. But anyway, we have Cardinal, and it makes me think of the signs of Capricorn, Aries, Libra, and Cancer. And I was talking about the sign of Cancer before, but I feel like you're just very determined to get things done, or to do certain things. Like, you're just a go-getter is what I feel. People look at you as a go-getter, a leader. That's that cardinal energy, is leader energy. So I do feel leader vibes from you, group 3. So very interesting. So very interesting. I wasn't expecting this reading to go like this, but I really am interested in how it resonated for you. So let me know in the comments. Leave it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more. And if anybody's been trying to count how many times I say interesting, I feel like that's the new word. Like, that's the only word I can think of to describe these readings, because it is interesting. Like, what other word can I use? Intriguing, captivating. Like, what? Anyway, yeah, this has been your reading. So thank you, group 3. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, or evening, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. Until then, I'll chat with you later. Bye.